Greetings. Welcome once again to my channel. Today I want to make another video of a weekly market outlook. Last week we looked at some pairs that played out very impressively. A few days ago, I made a review of last week's weekly outlook, and like I reviewed in that video, the pairs that I looked at played out impressively. Out of the five pairs that I looked at, it was just one, Euro NZD, that did not give us an entry. A point where I said, okay, if this market moves to this point, that's when I will look at entering it. But then it didn't actually give us that entry point. So meaning that we wouldn't have entered. For the rest of them worked out very perfectly. Spilled were enough pips throughout the week. So today, looking into the week ahead, there are few pairs that I'm also looking at that playing out very well. First on my screen is the US dollar currency index. Though I don't trade this pair, I don't trade it, but I like looking at it to know what the USD will actually do for the week. And last week we saw the dollar index make this impressive upward move that it continued the week before last week. So this is the daily time frame. So for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 2 weeks. That's complete 2 weeks. The dollar index has been going upward, making this upward movement that broke this structure here, broke structure. And of course, like I've always said, when the market makes an impulsive move like this, you don't expect it to continue going upward. It has to give a retracement, or what most persons call a pullback, before the continuation of the move. So in the week that we are entering, I'm expecting the dollar index to make a pullback, possibly down to this point. So if that happens, now why am I looking at it? Why am I looking at the dollar index even if I don't trade it? Now, if I'm expecting the dollar index to make this retracement or this pullback down to this level, at least this level, it might come lower, down to this point, and it's possible it may even come lower and even break this point. So now it gives me a guide. It serves as a guide on how I will be, my expectation of any currency pairs that has the US dollar attached to it. So if the US currency index is coming down, it means that any pair that has the USD should give us a trading opportunity. Now, straight away, if I'm expecting the dollar index to come down or to make this pullback down to this level, the currency I will want to look at immediately will be the Euro USD. There is this direct correlation between the dollar index and the Euro USD. So if we can also see that within the period when the dollar index was going up, that the Euro USD was seriously coming down. So just like the just like the US dollar index, so the Euro USD made this a possible move downward while the dollar index went upward. So if we are expecting a pullback on the dollar index, that means Euro USD should also make a pullback going forward. So on a lower time frame, I want to look out for divergence. I've already gotten the first thing I want to see, which is this impulse move here from this point to this point. So I've gotten that impulse move. So the next thing I want to see is a divergence. And to look for divergence, I like this pattern, the descending channel, since it's just on a downtrend. I want to see this descending channel that tells me that price wants to go the opposite direction. We have this descending channel. Okay, you see that price is already making attempt to take out this high here. So what I want to see, what I actually want to see, I want to see more momentum going up. You can see that already the RSI is already giving us divergence. See that the RSI is already going up. This is divergence here. See that divergence simply means that while price is coming down, we see our indicator here, the RSI, is going up, going the opposite direction. So that is a divergence. So, so what I want to see more momentum going up. I want to see this price go up, take out this high, and possibly even this high here, and then make a return. Something of this nature, something like this. I want to see this move go up, possibly above this level, and then make a return, and I'll look at pushing it higher, possibly this level here. So that's what I want to see for Euro USD. Then Euro JPY, the Euro JPY on a higher time frame. You see, impressively, we see this push, this impulse here that broke this structural point here. So just like the Euro USD, I wouldn't want to. I also want to see that same thing on the Euro USD. I want to see that push that takes out this level completely and even take out this level here. So same thing I want to see for Euro JPY. I want to see a move that shows me the intent of the buyers, that that's the direction they want to push the market to. And then a return. It may not get to this level. What I just want to see is price breaking these highs, here, this high here, this one here. When price breaks it, it could be very small, like here, this point. What I just want to see is an impulse move, and I will also look at pushing it to this level, which I'm sure will produce a whole lot of pips. That's a very big move. That's a big move, above 360 pips. Euro NZD last week, during last week weekly outlook, uh, Euro NZD was actually giving us a nice setup for those of us who understand the structure of the market, who understand the internal structure and the external structure of the market. The internal structure of the market is actually on a cell internal structure, in that we have this high and this low here that has not been taken out. This one here is the internal structure, and we see that the external structure that represent this high and this low are still being respected. Price is still inside of the external structure. But then last week, I did point out that price, the internal structure of the market, there was that reluctance that the market had when it going up. So I said, I saw the market was around this point here. I said, okay, if it goes back to this point, I remember setting an alarm here. The alarm is still there. That if price comes to this point, then I mean want to take a sell. But then it didn't come. My alarm wasn't triggered, so I wasn't bothered about entering. But then the entire week, price made this impulsive move that I love. I want to see that intent of the market. I want to see that move, that big move. So the market gave us that move that broke our internal structure. So what price is simply telling us that we are returning to the original trend of the market. So price broke down seriously, which I love very well. There is still a lot of opportunity in this market. In fact, I prefer it the way it is right now than the way I saw it last week. So what I'm expecting, looking forward, what I'm expecting is price has broken the internal structure of the market. So what I'm expecting now is a pullback. Is a pullback. I may not be bothered about taking the pullback, except the setup is very beautiful, which I may not be too bothered, because right now we are going back to there is a very big move on this Euro NZD for those who understand structure. So let me remove my alarm. It wasn't triggered. If it triggered, maybe I would have benefited from this move, but the move is still very on. Since in this case we are now looking at taking the trend, following the original trend of the market. So what I want to see during the week, it may take the entire week for it to play out, but in the long run, we are expecting a very big move downward. So I want to see all right, what I will really want to see, I will on the daily, I will like a situation where price breaks this structural point on the daily. On the lower time frame, we've seen some structural points broken, like this point, this point. But on the daily, I want to see that price breaking this level here. I want this level to be broken. I want this level to be broken. When that happens, when this level is taken out. So that gives us the complete confirmation that structure, that our internal structure has been broken on the higher time frame in the daily. So when that happens, then I'll wait for a pullback. Wait for a pullback, and then look for an entry. This move, when that happens, we are expecting, after the pullback, we're expecting price to take out this level here. So guys, this is massive move. This move is a very massive move. So let's say price gives up something like this, impulse, complete impulse that breaks this level, returns to this point, and then yeah. So if that happens, so when the good thing is, when you train your eyes very well, when you train your eyes very well, you'll be able to even benefit from this pullback. For now, it is not ready. It is not ready to give that pullback. So I'm seeing, from what I'm seeing on the lower time frame, I see it going down lower. Then when it's ready for this pullback, it will give us a signal for this for us to that we might, based on where we are in our journey, we may still be able to take the, but the big move is on this sell here that we're expecting to even come and take out these lower points here. So that's for Euro NZD. So we might still have to be patient about this Euro. We might still have to be patient about Euro NZD. The next pair, NZD card. The NZD card. NZD card is also giving us a nice setup for the week. On the higher time frame, the daily, we see this impulsive move downward, and then it's also giving us the pattern I like seeing when the market wants to move the opposite direction, which is this descending channel. So the channel, and in this case, we see that price has already given us the impulsive move that has broken this highs here, that signals a change in the character of the market. So going, what I'm just looking for, if I had seen this setup earlier, I would have already gotten my entry. The moment I saw this one, saw this move and this retracement to this level, I would have gotten an entry here. But I didn't see this. This was not one of the pairs I looked at last week. But right now, what I would just be, this was a good entry. This was a good entry at this point here. At this point, it was a good entry. Yeah, it was a good entry. So going into the week, I would just want a situation where possibly if the market returns to this level here is really a good point to get an entry. And also look at the market pushing up to this level. Yeah. So we've already gotten this move. We've gotten our impulse. So just look out for to see if market can be generous sometimes, that after giving an initial entry, it may want to give those who missed it an opportunity to re-enter. So look out for that. If that happens, that's a good entry point. Look at taking that to this level. That's about a good 130, 140 pips, which is not bad for the week for one pair. So guys, we've looked at 4 pairs, which is we looked at Euro JPY, Euro NZD, Euro USD, NZD card. I believe I saw something on AUD card. Okay, no. All right, guys. So these are the setups that I'm actually looking at for the week. So let us see how they play out. So the important thing is just your your ability to train your eyes to be able to see when the market gives a clean setup. Well, because it's not just about entering trades, it's about looking for quality trades. And the market prints as these things. So when you're able to identify them, you identify one, two, three, get 1, 2, 3, 4 setups for the week. It's enough. Your week is done. So it's not about getting so many entering. But just look for those solid trades, those ones that are those setups that are solid, get them, and gradually you become consistent. Because the most important thing in trading is about consistency. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do come back within the week. I also do a review of how our trades for the week, how they performed. Thank you. See you some other time. Bye.